morning, everyone. How are you? Rose here. Today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's now deleted live stream called Beezing, and I'm reacting courtesy of the archive channel Just Saying. And I'm going to leave a link for Just Saying's video in the description. Please go over to her channel and give her some love because it's because of the archive channels like Just Saying that reactors like myself, if we happen to miss a live stream or don't capture it in time, I get to react to it. So please go over to her channel and give her some love and sub up to her if you haven't already. So Foodie did a live stream last night. It was very brief, where she was talking about her new love, some gentleman in Kuwait that she is planning to marry, something about he has a ring for her already. This whole thing is ridiculous. If you want my honest opinion, I think everything she's been doing lately is just a distraction away from her talking to Nader again and just trying to deflect all the attention away from the fact that they are talking, that there is stuff going on behind the scenes. Let me just go ahead and bring up the screen so you guys can see what I see. One moment, please. So there's Foodie, and she's in the stream. But before we begin the stream, just something I'd like to show all of you. So this is the search for Foodie Beauty's channel. I put her name in the search. Check this out, Foodie. Look, look at all the channels that are on top of the search for you. Look, you're all the way at the bottom. You're all the way at the bottom. Look at all the reaction channels that are shown before anybody gets to your channel. It's all the way down here. Does that mean you've been shadow banned again? Because this is something that happens quite frequently with you. When you do live streams and you delete them or you do things you're not supposed to do, and you wonder why you're not making money. So there's her channel, right? But look at just look at all the other channels that are on top of her. I love that for her. I know it's the little things in life that make you happy. Well, let's get on to this live stream by Foodie, shall we? Now that we've had our laugh of the day. So yeah, she's going to tell us all about this new gentleman and that wants to be with her and why she wants to be with him. So let's get to this thing.
Well, I have been seeing somebody and they are it's just kind of really gone really fast. And
You know, this whole thing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the epitome of ridiculousness. She's over here talking about seeing a guy they've never met. If he lives in Kuwait, they've never met, so they're not seeing each other. You're starting a alleged relationship with a guy you've never met even once that lives far, far away from you and has a different culture, has a different way of living, and you've never met him once, and you're in a relationship with him and you want to marry him. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
we've been talking a lot, like video, pretty much all night since we've met. So I've been really busy just like talking and
Wait, what do you mean you've met him? You haven't even met him face to face. Excuse me. Foodie. Once upon a time, I had a long distance relationship. My second husband lived in California. I lived in Florida at the time. That's a long distance relationship. And yes, I made sure to meet him and spend some time with him before we got married. You haven't met this guy even once. He lives thousands and thousands of miles away from you. And trust and believe me when I tell you that talking to somebody on video chat or texting him is not the same as being in person. To be in an actual relationship, you have to spend time around that person, actual physical time. You cannot get around that fact. You cannot base a relationship just on video chatting. Who they say they are and how they present themselves online is a lot different than meeting them in person. You have to meet them in person. You cannot have a relationship strictly on video chat. It just doesn't work.
He plays music for me at night. Like we have a little routine. We like, have some time alone, and then he'll play music for me. He's like, maybe you can play music for your videos sometime. Would you guys like that? Anyway, we really hit it off. He is Syrian, so um, I'm gonna be keeping this relationship very private for now. We plan on um, eventually doing some traveling videos together. He's around my age, so it's really perfect. He has a really good job. Um, I want to admit something to you guys, but I don't know if you'll understand. So this is why I'm dressed more conservative today.
Before she gets into this gentleman, just a couple of thoughts I've got running around in my head right now. Foodie seems to like men from other cultures, like foreign cultures. Is it because she feels that if they're financially hurting, that she can take advantage? Is her interest in men from other cultures, is it just what she likes? Or does she like them because she feels that she can take advantage of maybe the fact that they don't speak a whole lot of great English? Some people do. I'm sure a lot of men from other cultures that they can speak very well. But does she look for men that don't have a good grasp of English or they're financially hurting? Or is it because of her really bad reputation on YouTube and she feels that because they're far, far away, they would know nothing about that and they wouldn't be scared to be with her? Is that the reason? Like looking for men far, far away from her, is it because they're so far away they don't know about what she does on YouTube? Is the interest real in these men because of who they are and she's just attracted to who they are, or is she taking advantage of the fact they're far, far away from her?
Um, I I like that. I kind of like that. Um, there are things I liked about being in a relationship with an Arabic man. I realize now. Um, I think I really like the I find traditionally Arabic men are more take care of a woman, like regardless of your, you know, like he.
Can I just say there's nothing wrong with being attracted to and being in love and being involved with an Arabic man. But here's the problem, Foodie. You are not respectful of other people's cultures. You are not that person that if you are interested in a country or a culture, that you're so passionate about it that you want to be respectful. You want to learn about the people. You want to learn about the culture. You want to learn about the traditions and the food and the cuisine and how to behave in a respectful way. Example, I've not traveled outside the United States, but if, say, I were wanting to go to Spain, I would study up on Spain as a country and as a culture and how to behave properly and how to present myself if I were there. And I would be studying up on the language. So if I did go there, I would know how to talk to people. That's the way you go about it. You don't just say, I'm in love with this person that you've never met. If you're passionate about it, really passionate in a positive way, you will do all you can to study up on the people, the culture, the mannerisms, how to behave, how to conduct yourself to where you're not offending everybody. That's the proper way to go about it.
Like, for example, just as an example, like if you want to spend more time with me, for example, this situation, I'm just understanding better because I notice it's a pattern. So, for example, if I say, I think I'm gonna go for a little while, and he'll say, "Oh, do you want to spend, like spend a few more minutes with me, baby, or whatever?" Some people will see that as a red flag or see it as like needy. You know what I mean? In some, yes, in some instances, if it's like very, very insistent and persists. But you could also see it as like, I like that. Like, I find like what I've encountered with Arabic males, like the attitude is like the male role of like taking care of the woman, like because he'll be like, you know, anything I can provide you with anything, like just say the word everything, like future money, like you don't have to, like they take care of their woman, like it's the traditional value is something. It's like the not the conservative nature of it. I'm kind of liking right now at this point in my life. The idea of having an actual husband to take care of me as a wife and like have that mutual bond of respect and
Whether it's the Arabic culture or any other culture, Chantal, being loud, obnoxious, gross, doing heavy amounts of drugs every day, saying that you like drugs, being into drugs is unacceptable. Some cultures are more strict about things like that. So you've tried this before. You tried being the more submissive type, respectful woman with Natter. That didn't go so well because you weren't being who you really are. And you haven't done the work to make yourself less feral. You become extremely feral. So to be extremely feral and live a life for 2 years where you're doing drugs and running wild, and then all of a sudden you want to calm down and you haven't done the work in therapy to fix your issues, your mental issues, your emotional issues to where you can stay away from the drugs and stay away from the bad behavior. No, ma'am. No, no, you're not set up for success with any man right now, no matter what the culture. You need to work on yourself before you go trying to attach yourself to somebody else. It doesn't matter where that man lives. If you are a mess from top to bottom, your life is a mess, you're bringing that mess with you and it's going to be a problem.
built on actual values other than just sex and um you know valuing you as a role as a person too, contributing to the relationship as like a wife and I don't know. Is this why
You need to work on knowing what it is to be a woman before you decide to be a wife. Full stop. You don't know how to be a self sufficient, independent, well behaved, well mannered woman. As I said, you've been living like a feral creature for the past couple of years, just doing whatever you want, running wild, and it hasn't stopped yet. So you trying to fool yourself right now into thinking I can just snap my fingers and be completely okay with being different? No, that's something that takes work. It takes time and it takes work, and you need to work on yourself before you go looking for love.
we were gonna buy a hijab at the mall a few days ago? I was looking, but because I don't know, I've been like, it's just I've been. Are you know Amy or am I not know?
You know what she's doing? Excuse me. You know what she's doing? Foodie is a woman that she lacks identity. She doesn't have her own identity. her identity so far is this persona that she puts on for YouTube, this over exaggerated caricature creature that she has herself to be on YouTube. But she doesn't have her own identity. She's so lacking an identity that whatever guy she attaches herself to, she becomes them or takes on characteristics of them. You know, whatever they like, she likes. Whatever they hate, she hates. Whatever they are, she is. She's so lacking an identity that she basically just absorbs herself into whatever man she encounters. So this gentleman is in another country. He's part of another culture. Suddenly, she wants to be part of that culture and she wants to be whatever he wants her to be just to have somebody. That is not how you have a relationship with Foodie. That's not how you have a relationship. How you have a relationship is being who you are. The other person is who they are. You have a connection. You understand each other. You support each other. That is how you have a real relationship. You don't have a relationship by pretending to be someone you're not.
I'm not converting to Islam. No, that's not in the plans. But there's some things about the culture that are ingrained within him that I respect. Um, that I know if I'm going to date an Arabic Muslim male, I'm going to know that they're going to want me to dress conservatively as being their wife or being with them. I'm not going to, that's just something respectful. So I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just, no, not well, some parts, yeah, Emerald. Some mostly where he's from, not it's not like that. Um he's actually living in Kuwait.
You know, this may be a non issue, but some people have pointed this out to me and also on Twitter. So, Foodie normally does wear the headscarves. And some people were saying that the headscarf that she's wearing right now looks like a hijab. Am I saying that right? And I'm also noticing that on top of the headscarf, she's also covering herself with a blanket, which Foodie normally doesn't do. She comes on camera half naked. So is this for the new gentleman as well? Like covering herself up all the way and wearing a headscarf that looks like a hijab? I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But is that for him also?
so it's actually a lot more liberal than, but it's still, yeah, it's still Islamic country. Yeah. But I talked about those concerns because my concerns with that, but that's a part. There's parts that I don't know. So, anyways, oh my god, you're going too far. Chill the fuck out, VJP. Sorry, what do you mean? Like in regards to what I just revealed? Chantal, you're so lost, and this isn't good for you. Hmm? Stop sending your Tinder to 5 million. I just said it on Global. And he added me on WhatsApp, and now he wants to buy me a ticket to come like in 2 weeks to like buy a ring. He has like a really he wants to like just me to move in his house in like Kuwait for like a month. He wants to buy me a ticket for a month to go to his house.
So you've never met this guy and he wants you to move in for a month. I wouldn't. You'll be in a foreign country which you are not familiar. The customs might be different, the traditions might be different. You don't know the language. Bad idea, Foodie. Very, very bad idea. I'm sure you've done no studying on the Muslim people, on the culture, on the country, where to go, what to do, how to talk to anyone. Bad idea.
He wants to get married, but he's like almost perfect in every way. And the way he talks about,
And this all sounds like a scam, because wouldn't this gentleman, wouldn't he want her to meet the family before deciding marriage? Because that's how it normally goes. You meet the family and before marriage is even done.
like the way, like I can't explain it. You'd have to have experience with Arabic men to understand. You don't think that's a good thing? I was just gonna surprise you guys and like start live streaming from Kuwait one day. How much does he charge? It's comparable to that. No, I mean I would just be like, come live here. We would just. He's like, you don't have to. When you get here, you don't have to worry about anything. You live here. You don't have to worry about driving. I have a car. You don't have to worry about.
This whole thing is stupid. In about a month, she's supposed to move. What about the move? So you're starting a new relationship. Excuse me. You're starting a new relationship right before a move. Girl, worry about moving from point A to point B first. And worry about the relationship later. Talk to this guy more. You don't know who he is. You've never met him. You've never met him, and already you're talking about marriage. This is stupid. This is so ridiculous.
Like the men in that culture take care of everything, and you know what? I fucking love that. I want to be taking.
No, you don't. You like doing what you want to do whenever you want to do it. You like having complete, total freedom to go where you want, say what you want, do who you want. You can't go from being completely feral to being happy with being told what to do. If that is the case, him telling you what to do and controlling everything. You are not a person that likes to be controlled, Chantal. You may act submissive for a while, but acting submissive and being submissive is a whole different ballgame. You are not a submissive person. You don't have a submissive nature. And you're not going to be cool with being submissive or being told what to do and being controlled if that's who this man is. You just want to have someone claim you. You want to be in a relationship. You can sit here and sleep around with as many guys as you want, but you're doing it because that's all you can get right now, because of who you are, because you're not willing to be a valuable female. You're not adding value to yourself. So you're just grabbing at whatever's around, including this guy that you've never met, being stupid, talking about marriage with a stranger. Dumb, absolutely dumb.
Taking care of guys. It's nice to be worshipped. He calls me goddess, and he's like, I love it. Marry an Arabic woman and save her. But it would, I don't know, he says it would be safe because I would be with him, but his culture is different because he does want me to, I had that dress on and it was like low, and he's like, I went to the dryer 4 times to find something appropriate to wear. I have nothing appropriate to wear in my house. Here's the thing. French fried gremlin. Oh my god, I love it. Yes. She does resemble. No, she does. Her demeanor is gremlinish. Here's the thing. It is absolutely outlandish. So here's what the plan. Let me just run it by you quickly, and you can let me know what you think. But listen to the whole story, okay? If I tell you the whole story, you have to listen patiently before you give me your 2 cents. Okay, let's order something first. I have him as my background. He's so beautiful. No, he speaks very good English. That's the thing. This man is very, very smart, has a very good job.
Why would he want you? And this man, he's got a very good grasp of English, which is fantastic. That means the two of you can communicate. He's got a good job. He makes money. Why would he want you? Why would any man who's got their own game want anything to do with Foodie? She's a mess.
makes good money, has his own place, has a nice car, drives very well, is
Again, why would he want you if he's got all that? Why you?
very confident. I like the
I don't say that because of her size. I say that because of the person that she is. It has nothing to do with her size.
way he's very, oh, and looks wise, he's perfect. He's an Adonis body, like looks wise. He's a younger, more vibrant Tony, like beautiful hair and beard, black and beautiful teeth, and looks at me and just like, I can't wait till you're here, baby. And just his body and oh,
You know, whoever this guy is, I've seen pictures and clips on Twitter. This guy might have been already doxxed. I don't Nobody knows if he's real, but pictures of this guy have been sort of kind of doxxed already. I've seen stuff on Twitter. And from what I've seen, it feels like a catfish. It really feels like a catfish. Something about profiles not matching up. It feels like a catfish.
and the way he just makes me feel like I'll be safe with him, but no, it's not married guy. No, he's not ugly, and you guys will definitely agree. Fly him over, make him come to you. Well, he's gonna pay for me to go there.
Hey, you know what? Why doesn't he come to you? That's a good question. If he's got a good job, money, a car, all that, why can't he come to you? If he's real, why can't he make the trip? Why is it that the guys that Foodie gets involved with, why does she always have to go to them? Why is it that she has to be the one to travel to see them by some fashion? It's always her going to them. If she matters to this guy, why can't he come to her? Why can't he make the trip? Why is it always her going to other people?
Like he wants to fully take care of me as his wife, like fully. It kind of appeals to me. Down under, Chantal. No, nope, stop abort. Oh, oh, thanks down under for the super chat. I feel bad. You didn't have to send that. I don't want you guys to freak out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. That's why I really didn't want to say anything and was keeping everything under wraps. But at the same time, this is why I talk about things on my channel, because I talk about things that make me a bit nervous, and I know that I don't really have proper judgment all the time.
This feels like one big lie that she's just spinning another story, another tale, just to have content to talk about with her audience to deflect away from the fact that she's still talking to Natter. And maybe everything we're hearing right now, this is the life that she actually wants with Natter, and she's just putting another person's name on it. She wants to be married to Natter. She wants to live with Natter. She wants to have this great life where he's making the money and he's got the job and he takes care of her. This is her fantasy life with Natter.
Muslim men can marry 4 women. Oh yeah, and I can't have children, so yeah, he probably would have another wife. Would I be okay with that? Maybe.
Ha ha ha! Oh God! What? He might have another wife, and you're okay with that? In what universe would this actually be possible that you, Miss Jealous and Insecure, and I don't want anybody playing with my toys, would be okay with a guy having another wife? In what universe would that be possible? As insecure as you are, if he had multiple wives, ooh, the fireworks. The fireworks, everybody, the fireworks.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh God, no. Maybe. I feel bad even talking about it, but I'm not being disrespectful or anything. I'm just, yeah, an adult Happy Meal. I'm not abandoning my cat. I'm still here. I wish you never go to say about. What do you mean? What? Because think whenever I said where he's from. I told him not to. No, I didn't. I'd rather watch you and P get it on than believe your lies about another Adonis prince with good teeth. I'm telling you. You guys, there's so...
Isn't it funny that she's supposed to be moving in about a month? And I've been saying that I feel like this whole getting a mansion thing, I don't know if it's going to happen. It might happen. But isn't it funny that Foodie, she's pulling out all the stops. She is not just getting an apartment like she could with the villa. No, she's going to go large and get a 4-bedroom place, which is not a mansion, by the way, Foodie. A 4-bedroom place is not a mansion. It's just a 4-bedroom place, a really nice furnished place, but it doesn't constitute a mansion. But Natter is as self-serving and selfish and narcissistic and egotistical as you. For you to appeal to him, you got to go big. You got to go bigger than a condo. So let's get a 4-bedroom place with all of the trimmings to appeal to Natter. So that's what you're doing. You're getting this large place, allegedly, that's more expensive in the rent, and you're doing it to appeal to Natter. Isn't it funny that you're doing this at the same time you're talking about this marriage? Are you trying to like talk to Natter through your monitor, like this is what you want? Are you trying to tell him through your monitor that if he moves in with you, that you'll be a good girl, that you'll be submissive and be obedient, blah, blah, blah? You're not talking about this other dude. You are trying to appeal to Natter with this live stream.
So many men in the world. Okay. Do you know how many men there are in the world? A lot. Look at my boobs. I can't talk about boobs either. Once he's here, it's bye, Felicia. Yeah, there's always that thought too, but especially people who want to marry right away. He's open to moving to Canada, but he seems like he wants me to move there. No more fupa flashes.
Nope. You get involved with a guy like that, no more fupa flashes. No more coming on camera dressed in your lingerie or flashing parts of your body that we shouldn't be seeing anyway. No more smoking the green all day. No more doing the edibles. No more doing the cola if you're still doing it, which I think you are. No more binging on food. All of that stuff goes out the window if you marry someone from another culture that is, that things are much more strict. And you're very feral right now, as I said. And you have yet to change your ways. You're doing this live stream talking about this gentleman while you're smoking the green. You're not even started with trying to adapt to what life might be somewhere else, and you can't do those things.
No, I would be like, honestly, what it would look like is, honestly, if that happened, I would be setting up Pete's in his own place with the cats.
Boom. Hear that? Y'all hear that? So here she is. She wants to go run off to be with another dude. And the cats are not coming with her. Pete isn't coming with her. And I understand not taking Pete with her. He's the ex-boyfriend, fiance, roommate. And he needs to make his own way. And I hope that he does, because he needs to be independent away from Foodie at some point. He can't depend on her for everything. But she's also talking about leaving the cats behind, not taking them with her. Foodie, I recently moved across 2 states, from California to Washington. My cat came with me. She came with me. That's my baby. I didn't leave her behind. You're talking about marrying some guy that you don't even know, going to be with him, going to go stay with him, even though you haven't met him before, but marry him and leave him behind your pets. That's a dick move. That's a real dick move. How dare you? Listen, if you want to go find someone, but if you don't care about your cats to the point where you leave them behind, wouldn't it be a good idea to give them to another owner now or find proper homes for them? I think that would be a good thing to do if that's where your mind is at. If you're hyper fixated on getting a relationship and you're looking at the cats as a nuisance or a burden or something in the way of a relationship, give them to somebody who doesn't feel that way.
And going to Kuwait for until Christmas, and not moving into that house. That would be the scenario, but that's, I don't know, like that's drastic change. That's a really, I know, that's the thing. I'm not saying I'm doing that, but that's what would have to happen. It's really drastic, and I'm so bored with life that you know, why the hell not? But
You know what's really making me feel sad right now? This all feels like she's talking about Natter. And if she moves in with Natter, regardless of where it is, whether it's in the mansion or whatnot, Natter is not fond of the cats. And he's hurt BBJ in the past. So her talking about this dude, she might actually be talking about Natter. And if she goes with Natter, wherever that is, cats can't go with her. Again, Foodie, if you want to be with Natter or anybody else and you're looking at the cats as a burden and you're not going to take them with you, please, male, please give them to somebody who will take care of them. Find proper homes and owners. They need it anyway. They're living in a bad environment with you. Have a shred of kindness and do that for them. Do whatever you want after that with yourself, but do that for their sake. They deserve it.
it's really, yeah, I know this is why I talk to you guys about things. You guys can help me reason through things, and I don't think this is insane. So I find that men from certain cultures, they want to like control every part. So I kind of understand that better now. Like as a cultural thing, they want to control every single part. Not like, well, yeah. Like the basic likings, preferences. Actually, these are things that are pretty much non-negotiable with what I've found with when I've dealt with most Arabic men. And this is fine to talk about it. We can be open discussion without being prejudiced and rude and hateful. Because this is my experience, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Like, fine. I noticed they want you to be very covered up, conservative, like no showing certain areas like breast and like legs, like all that is their private, private, not property, but property, like, you're their woman, so, and they're your man, and you're both loyal to each other or whatever. That would be our understanding, apparently. Fuck that. Right. Yeah, so a lot of women, especially from this part of the world, wouldn't be okay with that. But yeah, that's one of the things I've noticed, which I don't usually, but I mean, it's not something I really mind because there are nice clothes. I actually feel more confident a little bit, more covered up, actually. Like I do. I don't know why, but
Yeah, let's see how long this lasts. She's all covered up right now. How many live streams is it going to take for Foodie to come online dressed in her lingerie or just a bra and pants? That's her casual wear outfit, is her sports bra and a pair of pants or her lingerie. Let's see how long it takes before she comes on camera like that again.
yeah, there's something, I don't know, more classy and clean about it. I think it's more clean. I don't know. The pants, and he was just like, "Do you have any pants?" And it's true. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And then Yeah, so. Ah! But then none of them are him. Do you like the idea of two people like completely worshiping each other? Or is that kind of weird and intense for you guys? I love this candle. Let's order. Do you really want to be controlled though? Like, what am I? 2 days. And he wants to fly me out like next week and get married. He has a 2 week vacation from work, and he wants.
I'm wondering if she's saying all this, like, I'm wondering if this is a cover for her spending time with Natter. Like, if she's setting things up to where she can spend time with Natter and no one will know. They'll be thinking, oh, she's going to go see this guy if she does go, and really she's spending time with Natter.
He's like, I'll just pay for a ticket for you. You don't have to pay for anything when you're here. He's like, I'll order his food every day. Sherry. And then I like that idea of not even having to drive anymore. He has a really nice car and a good job. And I could live stream from there. It would be so interesting, but life would be so conservative.
I'm not going to speak on other cultures of which I'm not familiar. I don't think I have the right to, but I just can't see her being in another country and whipping out her phone somewhere and then just start live streaming and showing people. I don't think, if especially if she went to a very much different culture and with people with a much different way of thinking, that they'd be cool with her whipping out her phone and showing them and being loud and rude and obnoxious. I don't think it's going to fly over very well.
And I find like a little bit Arabic men are very like they're kind of controlling. Like I think he made a joke like when he saw my legs like with my dress. He's like, "I will kill you," like as a joke. I was like, "Oh," but I just watched like documentaries on like some men like killing their wives for. It's not funny, but like femicide is a real thing. So I was like, fucking, it made me think of that, and it kind of got scared. I'm not accusing anybody, but I was like thinking of that. There's a lot of cultural differences. You know what I mean? He replied to his comment to Kuwait, just being spontaneous, but I'm like,
Foodie, being spontaneous is getting a wild hair and taking a drive to the country. Being spontaneous should not involve marriage. You don't do that. Being spontaneous, that's just stupid. Marriage is something that requires a lot of thought, a lot of time spent with the person you want to get married to, a lot of talking, a lot of communications, ge- getting to know what makes that person happy, what they're okay with, what they're not okay with. Spontaneity should not involve marriage. It's not something you do on a spontaneous wild hair moment.
there are still countries though that are really under strict like Sharia law or whatever it's called, and like strict Islamic rule that you know women. There's a lot of misogyny, and Pakistan is the most dangerous country. Who cares? That is fat shaming, and I will block your ass. So get over it. Who cares? I'm not afraid to be fat and go somewhere else in the world. But yes, you're right. Okay, that's her asshole way of saying you're too fat for Kuwait. Which, yeah, I do have concerns actually about being not healthy. CPAP Rescue in Kuwait 2.0 incoming. not move to Kuwait, but go for like 2 weeks.
You said a month.
But
See, she can't even keep her lies straight. Didn't she just say in this live stream that he wants her to go there for a month? Now she's saying 2 weeks. Foodie, listen, if you're going to make up stories, what you should do is take a piece of paper, write down the bullet points on a piece of paper so that you don't forget what you're going to say and you keep the details straight. You just said you're going to go there for a month. Now you're saying 2 weeks. You can't do that. You're lying to the audience. This whole thing's a lie.
because you guys know I will do it too. I'm crazy. Why am I like this? Why not? Why do I have to live so formulaically? Why can't I decide one day if a man offers me to come to Kuwait and I want to do it? Because it's really.
He's not offering you a vacation. He's offering you marriage. That's different.
I would be abandoning a lot here. You're right. I know. That's another thing I find about Arabic men. They want like they're and Nader was like that. They're all encompassing. Like they. But I also love that about it because I like all encompassing attention whenever I have it. Oh, I'm so fucked up. Why am I like looking for weird? Am I looking for? Am I looking for abusive?
Maybe she's looking for a man to take control because she's so out of control. Because she hates responsibility so much that she wants to find a guy that will tell her what to do everything for her, just so as an adult she doesn't have to do anything. She wants basically to be a child. Like, I have no responsibilities. Somebody's going to take care of everything. So I have to take care of nothing because that's what I prefer, to take care of nothing. I want everything done for me. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have any adulting that I have to do. Let somebody else do it. Is that what attracts you about dominant men? That they take care of everything? It would be in your best interest to learn how to be an adult before you get married.
Traits? What the fuck? Seriously. I need therapy.
You do, big time, but you won't get it.
I'm supposed to move to. I'm supposed to go to Kuwait to get married. But definitely not if you're gonna kill me after. No. I'm not condoning that. I'm just making a joke, but sad big word. Do you just wake up every morning and decide which character to be? Yeah, you know what? I honestly changed my mind about so many things in my life throughout the whole day. I'm so exhausted. Oh, I need help. Can somebody just abduct me and bring me to a lab somewhere? If you have enough paneer.
I'm getting a couple of words in my mind right now. Duper's Delight. This is Foodie telling a story because she gets off on lying to people. She gets off on scamming people and having people believe her lies. She actually gets a kick out of telling these yarns to the audience, and she's giggling inside of her head when she sees that people are buying it. Duper's Delight.
That knowing that culture, what you would be going in with. So I know, you know, but I can see some things that are very Nader-esque for sure.
And that doesn't alarm
I know
me.
it's the same blah blah, Courtney. I know that's why I didn't even want to say anything. I really shouldn't have. Why do I always do this to myself? uh, I just because I want to talk. I want to come on here and talk about things I do in my life. I just don't want everyone to who else is involved to be harassed. I found the one. Well, that's the thing. Like, if I'm gonna get married, you guys are gonna know about it. He's open to moving to Canada, but he seems like he wants me to move there. He's not gonna let you do what you want. Why are you so stupid? Well, maybe is that such a bad thing? I mean, like maybe I don't need to like being so irresponsible anymore. Anyways, are you for real? No, okay. So I'm taking it. Okay, okay. Red flag. If chaperone Sherry is freaking out, you gotta see for yourself. We gotta see for yourself.
What the heck?
Or at least I get a husband who wants to do that with me. I'm not. The thing is I'm typically attracted to my opposite. Like I'm typically attracted, like sexually, physically, animalistically, to men that are like more domineering in bed. But then it also freaks me out because then they're also domineering in life. So basically, like a man to be domineering, but I do like a man to be sort of domineering in life. But they're never just sort of; they're always all in, like obsessively, weirdly. So why not? Chantal, you deserve to be happy.
She's attracted to dominant men because they're a challenge. You know, she's had men in her life that are not so domineering, like BB, like Pete's. And BB was a good man, and Pete's was a good man. You know, they worked, took care of things. And what did Chantal do to those men? She cheated on them. But then she met Nader, and Nader is a challenge because she could not get him under her thumb. She couldn't control him, and she found that to be fascinating. For the first time in her life, she found someone that told her no and would not give her her way. And so she got all wrapped around that. So she's attracted to dominant men, but for the wrong reason. Because she looks at them as a challenge, like he's a challenge, and let's see if I can control him, and let's see if I can use my money to control him. It never turns out well, Foodie.
With a dom, even if that's what you want. But you can get that while being protected under.
What's that? If somebody suggested for her to get a dom, no. I don't think it'd be a good idea for her to get a dom. She's too hard-headed, too stubborn. She doesn't know how to listen. She wouldn't listen. She's not open for advice or help of any kind. No, no, she's not in a place in her head where she's willing to listen to any other person about anything. She wants to do what she wants to do, and don't you dare tell her otherwise.
There's a lot here in Canada. Yeah. I feel so delusional, but at the same time, I feel like you'd have to really understand my personality.
Oh. Okay, enough with this nonsense. So that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment yourselves. And I hope you have a wonderful morning. Please take care of yourselves and bye-bye. Later.